Okay, now I've got my stitches. What I'll do in the whole idea of what I'm doing is that this end will be open. I won't knit in around this side, so because as it grows it will become flat as the pattern requires. So what I'll do is I'll knit this in the round until here and then back as if I was knitting flat and do this. I need about 15 rows until it's stretchy enough to actually lie flat on my needle. So let's do that. I hold my tail so I don't lose it. And I start knitting this. Just normal, nothing extraordinary in that. For those of you in America, I can make a huge effort and do it that way. I don't know how to do it that way, but I've got the idea, but it just doesn't work for me. So anyway, I'm using a cotton that's a bit fraying, so I don't. Raw one is usually tighter, so don't worry about it. It will all get into place when you've knitted a few rows. So I've finished needle 1, or needle tip 1 for me, and I'll do what I do when I knit in the round, which is pull like this, slip that back into the stitches if it wants to. Common thing. Sorry for that. I'm not a video master by any means. Right, and as usual for knitting in the round, I make sure that I really pull tight on that first stitch so there's no gap, and I continue the whole of needle 2 or needle tip 2, depending on what you choose to do. You'll very easily do that with 3 needles and then just continue with 2 when, well, 3 DPNs, and continue with 2 straight needles when it lays flat. When you reach the end of needle 2, the only difference with knitting in the round is that I actually turn my work, and I'll have an inside and an outside, so wrong side, right side, and I'll just carry on turning back on myself. And you can see that you have a false seam, which would be the heel of your slipper. So you continue like that for about 15 rows,